This is my book talk for Punching the Air by Ibi Zoboi and Dr. Yusuf Salaam. When I started my classroom library over from scratch, I asked my students, what books do I absolutely need to have that I don't have right now? And we brainstormed a big long list of them. This is one of the books that got listed, and when I was leaving class, I had some students physically come up and tap on the board and be like, dude, you need that one. So I went home that night and I ordered the audiobook knowing that I had a day of yard work ahead of me the next day. It was a Saturday. So when the morning came, I put on my headphones and I went out to work and I listened to the poems, and they were immediately overwhelming. They're so powerful. It was like being hit with a tidal wave. It was incredible. So after that experience, it was only about 4 hours. It's a pretty quick moving book. So the audiobook's like 4 hours. I went back inside and I decided that I needed to have this in my classroom library, so I ordered it. And I ordered the actual physical copy. When the physical copy came, I was really surprised when I opened it and started flipping through it. It was not at all what I expected. As somebody who has ADHD, it's really hard for me sometimes to sit and read big chunks of text and to go through, it's really hard for me to focus on that. But what I really like about this book is that in addition to sort of the fluidity of the language, there's actually a physical structure where you can sort of follow the flow of the words across the page. And it just is a different engaging experience for my brain that I don't often get. So it was really nice to have that. There's also some art. You can see Amal, who's the main character. You can see some of his drawings along the way and what he's kind of doodling. And it's really just a nice break. It's just an extra little bit to increase your immersion into the text and just really feel a part of it. So I mentioned before just that there's a little bit of colorful language in here. So if that's going to throw you for a loop, just approach with caution. There is a lot of talk about social justice and racism and equality. So if that's something you're interested in exploring and hearing that experience, then this would be a really good book for you. Yusuf Salaam, who's one of the co-authors, is one of the Exonerated Five. It was a really famous court case in 1989 that took place in New York City. And a lot of what you see in the actual book itself are the poems that he wrote when he was incarcerated back in 1989 and his experience. And it really translates well to today. So many of those things that he talks about in those poems fit so well with the fictional character of Amal. So those experiences and then some of the artistry that Ibi Zoboi brings to it really just creates this really nice mixture of a really powerful moving story and a narrative of what it's like to experience some of these challenges with a failing school system that's not looking out for your best interests, what it's like to go through a legal system that's not necessarily working well for you, and then a prison system where you can't escape some of the things that are being thrust upon you. So again, if that sounds like something that is up your alley, I highly recommend this book. It was awesome, and I can't wait to read the next book that my students recommended for me. So happy reading, and I'll see you around.